Welcome. I'm going to talk to you about Comstock mining today. The story is changing meaningfully, and we're going to talk about a great asset, a great position, and finally turning the corner for a tremendous amount of precious metal development. So the Comstock LODE is the Comstock LODE, and we are located in Virginia City, about 35 minutes from Reno and about 15 minutes from Carson. We've accumulated about 10 square miles of property, representing over 9,000 acres of public and private land. We've entitled all the acres. We've established 2 resources. We've entitled all of the lands. We've permitted the facility, and we ran about 4 years of production from 2012 to 2016 and expanded our permits over the entire district. We have 3 major projects going on, actually expanding now to 4 that I'd like to talk to you about. 2 are with one partner, 1 is fully our own, and the 3rd is with a new partner, and we'll talk about all that in just a minute. So we're publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. I went through the brochure when I got here today. Of all the companies presenting, obviously there's an overwhelming Canadian presence. I think we're only one of 2 companies, Hecla is the other one, that's listed on the New York Stock Exchange at the conference over these next 2 days. We have a clean as a whistle capital structure with only 25 million common shares outstanding. And we have a great list of both institutional and retail investors. We have incredible liquidity in our stock. And you'll hear in a minute that even though our market cap today is about 20 million, the low end of our target valuation is about 5 times that, over 5 times that at 125 million, and then going from there. And I'll explain how we're going to get there in just a minute. We started with a very, very tough balance sheet. I'm here to tell you that the last 3 years of our existence has been horrible. And I mean that both from a personal difficult restructuring and also from a share performance. We've gone down more than the juniors have gone down, and primarily because we were not in production. We had a significant amount of debt and a significant amount of other obligations. Today, we're sitting with only $4.5 million of debt, and within 40 days, we will be debt-free with $5 million of cash because we're selling 2 properties that are not related to our mining activity that have gone up in tremendous value. And then 6 months from now, we'll have $10 million of cash just collecting on some of the receivables and obligations that are due to us. So that's the end of the transformation, going from heavy obligations, no cash, no development, to no debt, lots of cash, great development. What are those developments? I'll show you here. And that's, you know, that red chart is the last few years of our miserable experience, and the green chart is the last 30 days. So we truly feel we've turned the corner in the context of our share value. Long way to go. How did we do it? We realigned the company. We set up some subsidiaries that related to our non-mining assets. We're selling them all. They have no impact on our mining activities. And we broke our mining claims into 4 different pieces. We have northern claims, we have an operating mine, and a fully permitted and production-ready mine, and we have southern claims, and we set up a new technology business for mercury reclamation. So those are the 4 subsidiaries. We also have an interest in a fund that's investing in real estate in our area because we're in a booming area from a real estate perspective. So when we lay out our value equation, I'm only looking at the chart on the left side. We show that fundamentally our non-mining assets, which are industrial properties and water rights, are worth $24 to $37 million. We're selling some of them for $10 million just to pay off our debt and fund ourselves. But if you liquidated our non-mining assets alone, it's worth twice what our market cap is today. That's not what we're focused on. What we're focused on is the 6 items above that, which represent the Lucerne resource, which Tono Gold, which is one of our partners that's here at the conference, has done a tremendous amount of work in moving the resource back into production. We'll be updating their technical reports. We put a value on that of $24 million to $60 million. The checkbox means we've already recognized the $24 million in terms of the transactions that we've done. The next one above it is the Dayton resource. And we have an economic shell there with almost 350,000 ounces of gold equivalent with good pre-feasibility studies showing a value about $40 million. And very interestingly, we've launched this year a new mercury remediation business. We have technology that allows us to remediate mercury from the soil, to extract from that mercury the gold and silver. And we are running that test on the Comstock because of the historic district. We have some mercury to clean up, but we're already getting approached by many, many other targets, both in the United States and outside the United States. And we look at this as a new business, a business where as we go out and clean up the mercury from old contaminated high-grade mine sites, we're not only cleaning the mercury, but we're getting the gold and silver out of those processes. Each project for us will be a mine. Next year, when we're speaking at this conference, it'll be an entirely different discussion about our mercury business. But the skinny of that slide, not to pass by it too quickly, is that on the low end of the projects that we know about, the technologies that are either commercialized or commercializing, we see the ability to unlock $125 million of value. That is 5 times our current equity value, with no new technology or no new properties being introduced to the equation. There's upside to that, which I won't talk about because that's probably a 2 to 3 year equation where we're pushing hundreds of millions of dollars of value. But our short-term goal is to recognize that $125 million of value, and we're going to do that this year. The Lucerne project is with a great partner in Tono Gold, a group of very, very qualified, competent mining professionals that have aggregated a tremendous amount of data on not only the existing Lucerne mine, but the claims to the north. They're also doing a presentation at this conference tomorrow, and I would highly recommend you attend. The amount of data, the amount of high grade, the amount of information for gold and silver that we already know about that the old timers left behind is staggering. The drilling targets and development programs that they're putting together based on that history is even more exciting. So I won't steal their thunder, only to say that they're in one of the most highest grade prolific districts with an extreme focus on good targets. Our effort is to the south of that, where we have the Dayton resource. It's the next one up for us. We've done about 300 drill holes in the Dayton. We have an average of 1.75 grams per ton. It's very, very near surface. It's only about 80 to 100,000 mineable out of the 350 that I mentioned in the resource, but we see an opportunity to double or triple that with development that will start this year and new technical reports that will be published standalone for that resource this year. The Dayton has geophysics, it has structural analysis, it has a lot of drilling, and it has extensive capacity to extend to the south of where it is, with an initial economic shell already in place, validated by firms like SRK, and extended there too. Lastly, on the mercury, the Comstock is a historic district. We have a mercury remediation program with the Nevada Department of Environmental Protection and the EPA. It's not unprecedented, but I don't know of any program that's like it. We've developed not only the plans and the sampling protocols, but we applied them to a failed road where we took the road out. We went right down to the old mine shaft. We sealed it, we secured it, we reclaimed it, and built a new road and got recognized for it. And that's what caused us to get the attraction of this mercury technology. We literally spent $6 million extracting that road and the old dump material. We spent $3 million building the new road, and we got over $9 million of gold and silver out of the equation. And so now we're the global leaders in mercury reclaiming, and that's what our new business is going to be all about. Thank you very much.